Mark, we talked a little bit with you, I think yesterday after practice, just your anticipation for playing. I know it was only 9 minutes, but just how good did it feel to get back on the court and start getting your rhythm and feel back after so much time off?
Coming, man. So just shout out my teammates, shout out the staff for keeping my head in it. It was tough. Nobody likes to sit out that long, so I think it's just a shout out to them, just keeping me up.
I guess mentally, when you went through the situation last year and you're kind of right at the point where the season's about to start and then have something completely different pop up and it's not even so much a setback, just something totally different and unrelated. How did you kind of deal with the mental, uh, adversity of that, just going through that first one and then having to deal kind of sort of started again right before the season?
Yeah, it's tough. You know what it takes rehab wise. You know what it takes mentally. How draining it is. How tough it is. To see your teammates fighting out there every night, and there's not really anything you can do about it except control what you can control. Um, so I think for me, just trusting the process, staying patient, rehabbing every day, working, as quickly and effectively as I could to get back out there, which is what I was able to do.
You always hear players say, the practice doesn't really equate to actually getting those game reps and being out there. How do you feel after that first game being back?
Like it's been, just getting through games because nah, it's definitely been a while. Definitely some rhythm stuff I got to get back in the flow of. Uh, yeah, I mean you can't replicate the game as much as you can in practice. You're gonna try your best, but it's obviously not the same. So I think that'll just come with time. But it definitely felt good to be out there. Just doing what I can.
When you checked in the game, got a standing ovation from the Spectrum Center crowd too. Could you just talk about your emotions checking back into the game, like you said, 365 days since you've been there? 360.
December 8th was my last game of 23. But yeah, it was a whirlwind of emotions. I think I was just trying my best to focus on, the task at hand, focusing on Philly, their stuff defensively, what they run offensively. So I was really just trying to focus on the game. But yeah, I definitely had a moment though.
Mark, Charles said a lot of the guys are pretty good at handling the injury situation, but taking away what can we learn from this instead of feeling sorry for themselves. So, what do you feel like you learned through this process of coming back and just kind of getting yourself back to where you want to be?
Uh, a lot. I think I've learned a lot about this team. Uh, Obviously, we've been a little bit unlucky injury wise, but I think for us, we've just been super resilient. It could have been very easy for us to, throw in the towel and, just give up in some games. But even tonight, like we were down, found a way to fight back. Obviously, we couldn't close it out, but, we did a lot of good things to put ourselves in that position. So I think the next step for us will be able to close those games. But no, I think our team's definitely very tough. We're only going to continue to grow, and I think that's just the next step for us. Just find a way to win those games, find a way to get it done on both ends of the floor.
Is there a part of you felt like this day was like everything here? And obviously, it's two different injuries, but like it seemed like it took a while, especially it's almost a year to get back to playing. It seemed like it was taking this long.
Uh, I mean, I wasn't planning on being out. Like, what do you mean?
I mean, just I guess it's been a while for you since you actually played the game.
Uh,
Now that you're back, um, I guess what's it feel like to do this all over again? And again, for it to be so long, do something that you've been doing for your whole life.
Uh, yeah. I mean, it felt good to be out there, um, but it wasn't like I was like milking it or trying to not be out there. I think I was doing everything in my power to be back. Um, and I was able to be back tonight. Obviously, I was on a minutes restriction, but uh, overall, it just felt good to be back. But yeah, it's been a while. And like I said, I think it's just a shout out to my teammates for keeping me up. You know, it's tough being out that long. You know, you don't like being out that long. Uh, you know, you get bored, you get frustrated, you get annoyed, disappointed, all those things. So it's just good to be back.
About the pressure, you get pressed a little bit. If you had, you doing something that obviously you couldn't really control, you just want to come back, like you couldn't, or you want to.
Uh, yeah, I mean, there's days you just wish you were able to play, and that wasn't the case. But I mean, I knew there would be a day I play again. It wasn't like some career ending or anything like that. So yeah.
Talk about KJ Simpson. Made a lot of plays tonight. Was on the offensive glass late, kind of running the offense late again.
Yeah, he's been a dog, man. He's been able to step up into his role. You know, having that next man up mentality. I think, you know, tonight he really, you know, solidified himself. Like, he wasn't scared. He was being aggressive. He was great on both ends of the floor. So I think that's just a testament to him and how hard he's been working all year. Just being ready for the moment.